Hello everybody, welcome to Two Candles in a Flower Pot, where we talk about nothing but candles and flower pots.
Wrong show.
Oh, wrong channel, sorry. This is Uprooted Adventures, and my name is David.
Hi, I'm Caitlin.
And this is Caitlin. Today we're going to talk about what it is that you need to do to get on the road if you're thinking about doing a full-time channel on YouTube, van life, all that stuff, RV, traveling the country for as long as you want. How much money you need to put on the side, how much money you're going to think about spending while you're on the road. It all adds up. So this is the reality of what it's going to cost you. So let's get to it.
Just a disclaimer real quick. This is our perspective on how you should do it. This isn't going to be everyone's goal or everyone's ideal. Some are going to spend more, some are going to spend less. Just want to put that out there for someone that might say, hey, you said I could do it for this much, and we can't. just putting that out there.
I've watched hours and hours of YouTube videos, so I'm kind of got a bunch of people's channels in my mind, what they spend, but this is what we know our bills are going to be, and kind of what we plan on spending and stuff. And we've been going for 2 years now trying to get on the road. So we've been through everything, our troubles and tribulations and all that stuff, and mistakes we made. We'll let you know with those. First, what we need to do is decide on what vehicle you need to get. Because first thing we went out and bought a brand new truck when my wife was out of town.
Men, don't do that.
Don't do that. Well, I mean, if you have a pension and you're retired and you have a bunch of money, go ahead and do that. But if you don't want that extra payment. It was like $480 a month just to pay this truck off. You do want a reliable vehicle, but you don't need to go all brand new. So if you can do van life, I mean, you can do it, you get a van for like $5,000 and, put a little 5-gallon jug in there, a bed and all that for a couple grand. We're doing a truck and truck camper. So our rig is going to be, it's 2005 Chevy dually. And that 15-year-old truck is going to be $15,000. And the camper that we're looking to get is about $15,000 too. So that's $30,000 out of pocket before we even hit the road that we need to have paid off. And that's a 15-year-old vehicle. So you got to figure out what you want to do, how fancy, how comfortable do you want to be? Do you want to say, screw the man, I'm out of here? I'm hop in your car and go travel the country and sort of thing. If you don't want to be comfortable, then go ahead and do it. By all means, that's not my thing. I can't do that. I have to plan. As you see, it's been 2 years since we've been doing this thing. So definitely do your research. Figure out what you want and be patient. Wait 3 months or so. Because I guarantee you're going to change your mind. We changed our mind. We went from a truck and a fifth wheel to a truck and travel trailer to an RV, back to a truck and camper. So
Thought about van life for a short minute.
Thought about van life. But we really wanted to be four-wheel drive. So our biggest thing was having a four-wheel drive. So the best option for us was a four-wheel drive truck with a camper on the back. Because we looked at RVs and Class Bs and stuff. And then to put four-wheel drive in it was like, it was getting so expensive. And it was like, well, we don't have that kind of money. So do your research, be patient, wait for a good deal to come up. Because you think about people who usually do this RV life stuff, they're usually retired. So most of the time they wait till they just can't do it anymore. And then they sell it for a good price. And they want to sell it to someone who wants to take care of it, do the same thing they were doing. And that's what we found with our truck and camper. The guy was super nice. He took pictures of us. It was a great time. You got a dachshund coming in the picture here, apparently. He's always wanting to be in. Yeah, so you look for it, take your time, get the vehicle you want, make sure you have all the maintenance done on it before you hit the road, because you don't want to be, 2 states away and then you blow your engine and then you're like, oh man, I don't have any money on the side. I didn't plan for this. So plan for having money on the side and all that. How much you put on the side is at least $10,000, I would say. It'd be a good start. Any more than that is gravy. It'd be great. We're probably gonna have about that much, 10 to 15,000. Because otherwise you're going to have to do a lot of work camping. Easy there, Rusty. Work camping, YouTubing. But, we've had this YouTube channel for a year. And I've only really gotten serious about it probably about 2 months ago. I started doing every week now. And we have 54 subscribers right now. So, by the way, hit subscribe if you've,
If you haven't already,
please do.
Like, subscribe, follow us.
We can keep on going with this. But yeah, it takes a while. And then even after that, it's about 3 months after you get monetized. Before you start getting a paycheck for them, and that's only like 30 to 50 bucks usually when you first get your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Then you finally start getting paid. So it can be a couple of years before you even start making money on YouTube. So got to think of that far ahead of time. Anything else I'm missing here? That's about it. So we'll have Caitlin here take over about what it's going to cost while you're on the road.
Alrighty.
And Rusty will help.
So first I'm going to go over kind of the car costs, basically your rig costs and what it costs to live in that. So basically for car insurance, and like I said, these are all our personal numbers, what we're going off of.
Yeah.
So our car insurance is $90 with USAA, and that includes the camper because we have a truck camper.
Yeah.
So USAA will back anything that's currently on the truck, which includes the camper. So we don't need separate insurance for it, which is amazing. So propane, we'd spend about roughly, let's say $50 a month. Gas, $450 in gas, and that's averaged at $313.
Not so good with numbers.
I'm really good with numbers, just not with saying them for some reason. $3.13 a gallon with a 72-gallon tank that gets us 2 fill-ups with a total of 1,200 miles at an average of 9 miles per gallon, which is what we're going to basically be getting with the rig that we currently have. Because it's super reliable, but she's a gas hog. Groceries, we averaged about what we spend on groceries right now, which is about $150 a week, so $600 a month. That includes dog food, hygienic stuff, shower stuff, anything you need like that.
Mommy, read the wrist.
$140 for a phone bill, which includes both of our phones.
Sorry, he needs attention. He's got to be in it.
And it would go down a little bit, right, if we paid off our cell phones?
Would you 140?
140.
No, that's it paid off. So
Oh,
right now we're
that's it,
actually
paid off.
like
Never mind.
213. So we're gonna pay him off here before we head out. So it'd be
That's
140.
my fault. I wanted a new cell phone.
Yeah. Well, we had it for about 2 years now, so we needed an upgrade at the time.
Hookups at campsites, that kind of stuff. So we looked at it about the max, because we want to boondock mostly. So we looked at it as the max we want to spend a month on that is $150 a month. That's averaging about $30 a night for campgrounds. So that gives us 5 nights of campgrounds with full hookups type thing. Like I said, it could be more, it could be less, kind of depending on what's going on, what we're doing in a certain area. But that's really the max we want to spend, because we mostly want to boondock. We want to go into town, get our stuff, and then head out into the middle of the woods somewhere and park it for a week.
Yeah.
So-
Probably once a week that we'll be traveling back and forth to town, sort of thing.
Laundry.
Yeah.
Which comes up to my next point, laundry. We'll plan on spending about $50 a month on laundry. I know that kind of varies. Laundromats can get kind of pricey, or you can get them pretty cheap. So
That's something you don't think about normally, like all the laundry you got to do on the road.
Yeah. So our Netflix subscription, $15 a month. And then this one made me laugh because David wrote up all these numbers ahead of time, and he put in his monthly or every 6 weeks haircut at $25 averaged out. And I couldn't help but laugh because that's not something I would normally put in like my list of costs.
Well, you gotta
Those
think of
haircuts?
everything. You're gonna be spending money trying to put everything that's essential. Even Netflix is not essential, but essential.
It's something you want. It's something you kind of need.
And she takes about every 6 weeks, or no, 6 months. You said get a trimming.
Yeah,
So-
3 to 6 months, depending on how high maintenance I decide I want to be.
We didn't throw in expenses of car or vehicle expenses and stuff too, because every 5,000 miles you change the oil. We're gonna have everything ready before we hit the road with that truck. So it'll be every 4 months we'll be doing an oil change. So that's not included in this number either.
Yeah. So all that number that I just gave you, that totals out to about $1,570. And like I said, that's with boondocking almost exclusively, no extra expenses besides what I just listed right there. And if we calculate it in, I calculated in an extra $100 to $500 extra a month, which you never know what it's going to be.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Got interrupted.
So for restaurants, if you want to eat somewhere, coffees, which I didn't think about, but probably we will be using for coffee shops to upload these YouTube videos while we're on the road,
Yeah.
because they take forever to upload. Events we want to go to, access passes to certain places. We don't really have to worry about access into national parks because we have David's National Park Pass.
Yep.
So we do have that, but anything else that we want extra for extra sites that you go see, or like I know here in Arizona there's the Carlsbad Caverns that I really want to go see, and those are state, so you don't get in with your National Parks Pass, so you'd have to pay to get into that. Stuff like that. And then another big one for us, expense monthly that we might have would be fishing licenses.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be our expenses.
Yeah, especially once we hit Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, Colorado. We are both avid fishermen and fisherwomen.
Fisherwoman.
So we love fishing. We love being out and doing that. Plus, we might get to catch our own dinner. So there's kind of a big added bonus right there.
Yeah, so I mean, that's our main thing there. Just probably what our expenses, of course, we'll want to eat out at a nice restaurant here and there. But mostly it can be a fishing license, but they're pretty expensive. $100 per person, I think, for a month or...
They're weird. It really depends. Yeah, it's a
expensive.
year.
It's almost more, value for your money to get for the whole year than it is to buy a couple day pass. So
If you're going to be, like, if we're parked, in Montana for, let's say, 2 weeks in 2 different spots, it usually averages out at like $30, $35 a day for a non-resident.
Yeah.
And by that time, you might as well just buy a non-resident year pass if you want to fish for more than one day. So totaled with that $100 to $500 extra for expenses like that, that brings us to $1,670 or $2,070, depending on how much we actually spend. So upwards of, let's just say we hit our max for our first month, that would put us hopefully, like I said, these are tentative numbers because we actually haven't been on the road yet.
Yeah.
So $2,070 is hopefully the max we will spend in a given time.
Yeah, and it fits right around what everybody else is saying too. If you're boondocking, this is strictly boondocking. If you're going to be, RV, all that stuff, and you're staying at RV places,
Campgrounds.
the RV hookups, all that places. You're looking at over $3,000 a month. So it can get expensive, especially if you're going out, seeing all the sights and shows, eating everything. So, like I said, main thing is get a nice, reliable vehicle. We got our vehicle only has 84,000 miles on it. It's a 2005. It's a great vehicle. If you figure out what you're going to do, if you're going to be a lot of city hopping, if you're just wanting to see the cities and sights and stuff like that, van life is probably great for you. A two-wheel drive vehicle. You don't need to spend $30,000 trying to get a four-wheel drive vehicle. You can probably work wherever you go to in the city, so I mean that's not too bad either. But yeah, it's at $10,000 at what we did right there with was it $1,570. That's at $10,000 you can only stay on the road for 6 months. So if you have no income coming in, that's about what you're looking at as far as how far you can travel. So it all adds up. I don't want to discourage you, but just to give you some realistic numbers and stuff here. It's a dream of ours. Like I said, we've been planning this for 2 years. Rusty's excited about it. Rusty! Okay, Rusty's got his treat, so he's happy now. So we can get back to the video. But yeah, it's just what I'm saying, to plan ahead, It doesn't hurt to plan, have some extra cash on the side. Think about, sit down. If you're a single person, you might not be spending this much money either. Go through everything that you're probably going to spend and try to get that money up and then try to find a way of getting money to you while you're out on the road. Those are just things to think about while you're on the road. What we've gone through, the troubles and tribulations, everything that we've gone through. And we've finally settled on a truck and truck camper. We don't have a truck camper right now. Once this house is sold, we've had this house sold for 7 months. That's our biggest thing right now. Once it gets sold, we're hitting the road and getting a camper, and we're gone then. More of that. Then we'll definitely come back to this video and say, hey, this is how much we said we're going to spend, and then this is what we're actually spending. But we think we're pretty close. So hope that helps y'all. It definitely would help me if I would have saw something like this in the very beginning. But I still didn't change my mind. We're still going on. Yeah. We're still going. So.
And my biggest piece of advice, and that's why it's taken us so long to get on the road, is not only the house being sale forever, but we want to go at this basically completely debt free.
Yeah.
We're gonna have the truck completely paid off, the camper completely paid off. We're gonna go at it debt free.
Yeah.
So, because that will be added expenses. If you have to account in along with your insurance, and your insurance will go up too. If you have to account in a truck and trailer payment as well. That's going to be a lot more money. So my best piece of advice that I could give anyone, and that's why, like I said, it's taken us so darn long. Believe me, I want to be out on the road, but we want to be at it debt free so we can travel longer.
Yeah, longer on the road, the better. So hopefully everything catches up with us and we can stay out there for eternity. Long. We want to stay out there as long as we possibly can. So with that said, as always, keep those dreams of adventure alive and subscribe and smash that like button so you can see more videos like this and follow us along. We'd really appreciate it if you would. So, until next time.
Have a good one.
Bye.